All right. Hello, everyone. We're here for winner's bracket quarterfinals match between Airfryer Burger and Feeding Box, both food themed team names. So you can see the players right here, and yeah, let's get right into it. But yeah, we are just waiting for the players to get in. I mean, the match started just like two minutes ago, so it's a little bit of a grace period to get everything running, but looks like we're gonna get the rolls right about now. One thing that stands out to me looking at the rosters is I believe Feeding Box have a really good hidden roster, especially because they have like Liromin, Rico L, Adapir. Yeah, it's just a really good hidden roster. So I think you could see a hidden ban from Airfryer Burger's side. Meanwhile, I think Airfryer Burger has a bit more of an advantage on tapping or like mechanics heavy maps. Especially someone like Reed Hormia, for example, can do really well on those. So it may be the classic tournament script of the mechanics team versus the gimmick team, but we'll see if it pans out that way. Anything can happen. But yep, just getting through all the procedural things right now. The bans and picks and all that. But to talk about the players a little bit, you do see Adapir here, I think the captain for Feeding Box. Kind of an all-rounder at everything besides tapping, but especially good in hidden and alt. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ring, you do see Orke, who is actually pretty much the same thing. All-rounder minus tapping. But it will be the first ban coming out for Reed Hormia. Timer is set. But my prediction would be some sort of hidden or gimmick. Although they do have good... Okay, yeah, it will be hidden too. I was going to say they do have good players for that skill set of their own. But it's kind of just one of Feeding Box's primary strengths. So going to take that off the table. And I would expect to see like a mechanics ban of some kind from Feeding Box. Something like probably like a DT2 or a Nomad 5. I mean, those are the pure speed maps in this pool, but also Nomad 2 is 200 BPM streams, which is not light work for some people. And DT1 has a pretty good amount of bursts as well. So if they are looking to main mechanics, there's a lot of options. But actually, they will ban something completely different, which is Nomad 3. Yeah, I think it's the Nomad 3 is probably the hardest map in this pool. So gonna kind of take some of the skill cap off the table by banning it. So yeah, now it will be first pick to go to Airfryer Burger. Honestly, I could see them picking a lot of different things. Just probably not Hidden or Nomad 6. But anything else could be at least somewhat realistic. But I do expect a more mechanicsy pick. I mean, you hear DT2 actually playing in the background right now. I mean, that could be a good option. Or Nomad 5. Actually, it will be DT3. Gonna be a little different. Yeah, this is going to be Dorchadas DT. Pretty well-known song among Osu players. Because there is a classic map set of this by Delis. But this is going to be a more recent one mapped by Raijodo. In particular, the collab Insane Diff. Once you play it with DT, it becomes kind of like aim control DT, basically. 180 BPM aim control. And then in between the hard parts, there are some snap aim parts, which don't look too hard, but people have found very silly misses on. So that may happen once again. But yeah, on the side of Airfryer Burger, we are seeing Reed Hormia, Orke, Daisako Helios, and Neuro. Honestly, I'm a little surprised not to see Insert, who isn't really a DT player, but... Oh, wait, never mind. They were on the wrong sides. But, I mean, yeah, it looks like Insert's not playing, which I'm a little surprised by, because this is, like, exactly his kind of map. Well, I mean, maybe it's the AR being slightly high. That's a problem for him. Or the rest of his team is just feeling very solid. But on the other side, we have Osage, Felix Sosa, Daikatako Helios, also known as Luke. I'll probably just call him Luke. And Rico L. But oh no, actually, Adapir is going to be subbed in. I could see him doing very well at this, so not too surprising. Pedico with the very cultured MP Start 7. And we're gonna get into the first map of this match. So this may set the tone, so both teams obviously want to get off to a good start here. But it does start with a bit of a slow intro, which Rico L is already having a bit of an issue with, but won't matter too much in the long run. All right, well, everyone doing just fine on this section, but we're gonna get into the real meat of the map right about now. And Neuro looked like he was shaking a lot. Oh, immediately right off the bat, repeated misses from RK, but also from Adapir and all of Feeding Box missing actually. So now Airfryer Burger put in a very good position with Neuro and Reed Hormia both still holding FCs. I mean, okay, make that one FC because Reed Hormia breaking right there, but Neuro has still got it. Never mind. So that will totally stop the advance for Airfryer Burger. In fact, it is Feeding Box that have the combo advantage going into this next easier part. So you can expect that score lead to slowly but surely shift over to the right. Oh, Luke with the very random miss. Not going to be great news for Feeding Box, but they still have aDD on their side. But he's being matched basically by Soft Kitten. So we'll stop Feeding Box from taking the lead back anytime soon. But here we go, next hard part. And it's kind of going to be relentless until the end of the map. Osage-chan not ready for it. And aDD missing as well. So now things are looking very good for Airfryer Burger. I mean, Orcase continuing to have some issues, but the rest of his team has really got this one in the bag. All at 500 combo minimum. Oh, and Rico Feeding Box's kind of last hope right there has seemed to vanish. So that will basically be the point for Airfryer Burger. I mean, there's a little bit more of the map left to go, but don't think there's any opportunity for them to collapse so hard to lose the point. And yeah, Soft Kitten's gonna hold this pretty big combo up until the ending. Gonna be top scoring the lobby, pretty impressive. So yeah, that is the first pick secured for Airfryer Burger. Did look like it was very in jeopardy by the halfway point, but a few mistakes from Feeding Box, and that's all it took. All right, well, it is now Feeding Box's turn to respond with their own pick. Can take a quick look at the map pool. And with the players on Feeding Box, I think they'll be very content to go for a hidden. I mean, Airfryer Burger did ban a hidden map, so it is kind of the most obvious angle at this moment. But yeah, like especially something like a hidden 3, I could see them doing really well on. Like especially aDD. And then Learman also pretty good at like flow stuff, hidden stuff. But not to say that Airfryer Burger wouldn't have a roster for it, because they also have... Oh, actually it's going to be Hard Rock 3. All right. Caught me a little bit by surprise, but I can definitely see where this is coming from. So yeah, this Hard Rock 3, pretty well-known map in the tournament scene. It's going to be some Mr. Beast. But I think the players in this rank range are probably more familiar with the top diff. This diff is a little bit easier, but once you put it on Hard Rock, the slider aims becomes still very intensive. So yeah, I mean, it is mostly slider aim based tech. There's not too much low aim or like control aim involved. Okay, I was about to say, I'm a little curious to see Insert in, because while he's a very good tech player, he does not really like Hard Rock, but he will be rotated out for Orke on Airfryer Burger's side. Meanwhile, still waiting on a last from Feeding Box. And it will be Omega Origins coming in. All right. I mean, Omega Origins probably is Hard Rock is his best mod, so should be able to cook something up here. And also forgot to mention Arigato making his debut here. Or Arigato. I said that wrong. My bad. But yeah, this map has a bit of a very short intro with the metronome sounds, but then we'll get right into it. All right, here we go. Here we go. So far, so good. But the hard part will start right about now, right after this stream. And Neuro misses the very end of it. And Arigato following it up right away. So Feeding Box taking a very early advantage. aRD and Omega Origins trading though. So combo advantage not lasting for long. Now back to 2 FCs to 2. That being said, the FC with the best act by a pretty good margin right now is Luke, Daitaku Helios. So may speak volumes about how comfortable he is on the skill set. Riho Ramiya missing right there. Gonna bring things definitely in favor of Feeding Box now. Oh, until Learman trades it. But Orke missing as well, and now Luke, as I mentioned, pretty good at this skill set. And he's gonna be uncontested in the lobby until he finds his first miss. And yeah, he is still going at it. He's still got the highest stack by far. But that being said, Adapir and Neuro. Oh, and not Adapir. Okay, he found a very random miss on that slider. But yeah, Luke definitely has some stiff opposition from Neuro right here. And with the rest of his team kind of struggling, Neuro may be able to bring this one back even if Daitaku keeps FCing. But we are heading into a very intensive part of the map here. Trade between Orke and Learman. That'll be pretty good for Feeding Box, but still they would love to see more breaks out of Airfryer Burger to feel secure. Oh, Daitaku Helios. I think he messed up from trying to not cheese that like 1/7 rhythm. And kind of coming back to bite him, especially with Adapir breaking right there. Now it's just Omega Origins and not even him. So it has now become the Neuro show. As well as Reed or me, actually. I did miss that. Yeah, those 1/7 rhythms actually catching a lot of people off guard, it seems. And Airfryer Burger took it back pretty swiftly. And it looks like they'll be able to hold on to it. Yeah, after that section, it is actually Neuro who has also claimed both the highest score and the highest sack in the lobby. So, very solid performance from him, and it will be enough to take this first breakpoint right here. Okay, finding a bit of a silly miss on the zigzag stream, but it's okay. He has done more than enough. And I believe that is the highest score we've seen on this particular map so far this weekend. So yes, props to Neuro. All right, well, that did not work out so well for Feeding Box, but it will be a bit of time before they get another pick of their own and probably try something different. But for now, it will be Airfryer Burger with a pick. And they have just won both kind of control or like tech-ish maps, so they could go for another one. I mean, the Nomad 4 is right there. But I could also see them going for a more mechanicsy map. So honestly, they can really pick most things in this pool, and I think it'd be defensible. Just probably not hidden. Oh, it'd be Nomad 6. Okay. I'm gonna be playing some Crash Mind by KTG Stir. I do hope you like your idle music, because you will be listening to it for 4 minutes if you're in for this map. But it is a very curious strategy to ban Hidden 2 and then pick the other Royar map. But you just gotta trust the process sometimes. A little bit of friendly banter between the players with the Uma Musume usernames. But yeah, this map is it's basically low AR alt, and it has a pretty hefty dose of reading. Has patterns that overlap on top of themselves. Okay, I don't know if that makes much sense, but you'll see what I mean. And also a lot of perfect stacks spread throughout the map. But it is patterned in a pretty consistent way. So if you understand the concepts, then it's not all too difficult. But honestly, I think both teams have probably some of the better low AR rosters in the tournament. Not too concerned for any particular player so far. But particularly in this lobby, I think some of the players that stand out to me would be like Insert and Adapir. And they have like very good low AR skill. Majiro McQueen with the colon 3. Okay. Not out of character. Oh, Rico L actually missing on the triple right there. But it is a lengthy one, so definitely has a time to recover. And Arigato finds the trade as well, so it will be 3 FCs to 3. Yeah, definitely a more slow-paced map, one you need to have very good control for. And so far, all players in the lobby looking fairly solid. But there is a kind of nasty pattern at the end here of this section. And oh, Arigato and Weirman are going to trade. But Arigato had already missed. Oh, but Insert misses right after as well. So it will be now 2 FCs to 2. Well, okay, make that 1 to basically 2 since Rico L missed so early. So now, Feeding Box may be able to strike back here. But still got to worry about Orke, who's still holding the FC very strong. Yeah, another break from Arigato is really not going to help the guys. And now Luke and Adapir can really go at it. And okay, apparently not Luke, but aDPeer still profiting. Rico L not too far behind. Does find the miss right there, as does aDPeer. So now Orchid with a really big opportunity. And he's actually already taken back the score lead at lightning speed. He does. Oh, but he breaks at the end of that pattern. And that's going to prevent the lead from going too far in Airfryer Burger's favor. However, the combos are just better team-wide for Airfryer Burger, even with Orchid missing. The only one who's been holding on recently for Feeding Box is Learman. But that's going to be really important with all those combos that gone from Airfryer Burger. Seems the insert is not too happy about that. And yeah, with Learman hitting that pretty tricky pattern after the break, it's looking like he has a very good opportunity here. I do sense a little bit of shake, but he's got it just under control here. Also being supported by Rico L with the sneaky 250 combo. It's looking like Feeding Box may be able to steal this point away here. So yeah, I mean, I think every player kind of having their moments in this map, but it's going to be Learman to probably close it out, even though he missed there. Yeah, there's not much Airfryer Burger can do about it with this little amount of time left in the map. These stacks at the end are a little bit funny. But yeah, Feeding Box taking a break point of their own after losing their pick. Definitely going to keep them in this match. Yeah, I do think some players had potential to get slightly better scores, but I feel this is the kind of map that it's very easy to int when you actually play it in a lobby, even if it feels really easy. Okay, insert is a little bit tilted, but if that's what happened, then understandable. I mean, I guess those 24 misses did not come out of nowhere. Bro's got to invest in like a better PC or something. Like I think this happens to him like regularly. But yeah, I mean, Airfryer Burger kind of picking a map that's in Feeding Box's territory and paying the price for it. So now Feeding Box can tie up the match with this next pick. I could totally see like a hidden 3 after that. It's like kind of similar to what we just played. And it seems like they really, I don't know, this is just like, oh, never mind. They're actually going Nomad 5. Okay. So yeah, this Nomad 5, it's going to be some Vocaloid. Nomad 5 was a custom for a Vocaloid tournament, actually. So, has all the bursts that you want to see in your typical Nomad 5. But then it also has some aim that's not that hard, but not impossible to miss on it. As well as this one, like, there's like a few 1/3 parts, which are really easy as well, but a lot of the speed players just miss on it because they're probably just not paying attention. Yeah, we're gonna see some basically like completely different roster choices, or not completely different, but many new faces here. Seeing Figlik Souza, Red Sea making his debut, as does Fedotov. And it will actually be... Wait, Osage-chan is on Feeding Box's side, though. Is he not playing? I mean, I know Osage is pretty good at speed sort of maps, but kind of more of a DT guy than Nomad. So, suppose he will not be playing. Honestly, I think the roster, there's more players I know primarily for speed on Airfryer Burger. So this is also a little bit of a curious pick to me. But maybe Feeding Box just knows something that I don't. So let's see how it goes. And so far, neither team is really having a great time with this one, but Feeding Box with a slight advantage from Learman's FC up until that point. But he will break there, as will like half of the lobby. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like the whole lobby is too comfortable on this map, but Feeding Box taking the slight edge for now. Definitely going to stay that way until we see more breaks with Reed Hormia missing right there. Everyone hitting the 1/3. Very nice, very nice. It seems that everyone has gotten themselves adjusted and warmed up to the speed because everyone's been FCing for the last while. Okay, Soft Kitten breaks right there, but trades it with Luke. So it will keep the score basically in equilibrium, still with a decent lead to Feeding Box. But this could change very quickly with a single break from Feeding Box because Airfryer Burger have built up pretty substantial combos of their own. Okay, Soft Kitten breaks, but he wasn't one of the big combos at that point, so Airfryer Burger may still have a chance to get back into this one. Oh, and with Weirman and Figo Sosa breaking, could be a very good opportunity. Fetatoff breaking will slow it down, but I think they'll get it by the end of the map at this rate, especially with Luke missing. Oh my. Rico will try to play defense here, but this is going to get really close. Oh, Luke Chin missing. This is not a good sign. Oh my god. They really won that by 6K. Oh my god. Oh my. Yeah, that was not looking good for Feeding Box at the end there. However, just barely able to hang on to it, and it will tie up the match 2-2. I had now Airfryer Burger gonna go for the Nomad 4. So it seems that this is a lobby of tech enjoyers, except for that last map. Because most of the more techy maps have been kind of picked up already. And this is gonna be the last one. So I think most people will be a bit more familiar with the OWC version of this map by Altai. But this is a very similar map. It just has some slider aim, some cut streams, very typical tech elements. It's also a bit more on the dense side with a slightly low circle size, slightly low approach rate. I mean, it is actually a little bit hard to pick out a coherent strategy from either team because they're kind of just going for anything and everything, it looks like. Wait, bro actually practiced the wrong map. Oh my god. Oh my god. And this is a map that I think you actually kind of need to practice it beforehand. I mean, a lot of it's sight readable, but there's this one part towards the end, the part that you're hearing right now, that has some pretty fast reverse sliders that can catch you off guard if you're not aware. Bit of a short intro, but we will get right into the action right about now. I'd appear missing on absolutely nothing, but also traded by Arigato. So 3 FCs apiece. Oh, insert and Neuro. Okay, this pick may already be beginning to backfire. But Rikuo misses, but so does Orke, so now it's all on Luke and Weirman. And yeah, those 2 FCs on such a short map are going to do a lot of work in a pretty short amount of time. So very good sign for Feeding Box. It's looking like they're on pace to take this breakpoint. However, Luke and Weirman obviously still need to do the work. Continue to hold as long as possible. Adapir getting caught off by that kind of slider triple. And that part is actually very hard to sight read. Unlucky, but looks like his team has still got this one in the bag if Luke and Weirman can continue to hold for a little bit longer. That being said, Neuro and Orke are kind of right behind them if they find the blunder. So yeah, we're going to head into the hardest part of the map now. Insert breaking. So things are going to continue to get better and better for Feeding Box, especially the Neuro, and Orke also gone. So now it is just the Luke and the Weirman show. This is the hardest part of the map. And Luke is able to hit it. Weirman does drop it, but I mean, he has already put in the work for the team, and now Luke kind of styling in the lobby. He's gonna be able to FC this. That would be pretty impressive. Seeming to have no problems whatsoever on the slider aim. A little bit more control here, but he is just nailing everything. And that will be it. Feeding Box taking this pretty decisively. I mean, largely on Luke, based on Daitako Helios' FC. So very big props to him, and it will be the first time that Feeding Box take the lead in the match. Ints are also S ranking, but clearly finding a lot of slider breaks based on the score. Yeah, that'll be another breakpoint secured for Feeding Box. And now they do have their own pick to go for. I think they probably go Hidden 3. I mean, they have been winning a lot of maps that are very similar to it, so I think that is the move. But I have not really been able to predict most of the picks from either team, so they may just go for something completely unexpected. Oh yeah, and there it is. It will be Hard Rock 2 actually. Earlier in the map, they did lose Hard Rock 3, but this is a very different sort of map. A lot less jump aim, a lot more based on control. So there's some aim control and a few 1/6 of the map as well introduced a little bit of tapping. But I'm not sure if I really have to describe this map. I think the people who play tournaments are probably very familiar with this one. It is a little bit of a classic by KTG Surf. But yeah, it is a very chill song, but do not let that deceive you. It will not be a chill time if you're not pretty strong in the precision. This being CS 6.5 as Hard Rock 2s typically are. So we do see Omega Origins in, the Hard Rock specialist, here once again. I am a little curious to see Recoil in, because I know he's not really the biggest Hard Rock guy, but on more control-focused maps, I can definitely see why the style of map would suit him. But I mean, speaking of non-Hard Rock players, also having Insert in, but we think it performed pretty decently on this as well, just based on the style of map. And we also have Orke coming in, who is, as mentioned, the all-rounder. And yeah, for the first time in this match, it's going to be Airfryer Burger really put under pressure, because they've had the lead for the whole match up until now. That being said, no matter what happens, we still have quite a long ways to go to the end of the match. So definitely time for Airfryer Burger to bring this one back. Airfryer Burger's side not starting off with the best accuracy. And also finding 2 breaks, but so does Feeding Box. And another trade between Neuro and Mega Origins. So right away, we've already whittled down the lobby down to 2 FCs. Make that 1. So Luke. Damn, Luke is kind of gaming in this lobby. But although it may be a little bit too soon to speak because it's still only the beginning of the map. Yep, and he finds a break right there. But his team has got his back for now. They are fending off Airfryer Burger, but one more miss could change that. Make that 2 from Omega Origins and Recoil. So now it is only Adapir, but his opposition goes down as well very quickly. Insert not able to hold right there. So yeah, it is now Adapir's time to shine. A part of me was a bit concerned that he wouldn't be able to tap this, but I don't think his tapping is that bad. And he's able to handle this just fine, having the biggest combo in the lobby by far. Nearest one is being Reed Hormia at almost 400, and and he is no longer. So it's looking like a very good pick for Feeding Box right here. as I say that, Omega Origins and Adapir go down. So now there may be an opportunity for Team Red to come back. And the only one slowing that down is Recoil. But he cannot do it alone. He will need some blunders out of Airfryer Burger. And very much sooner rather than later, as they have already taken the lead. Omega Origins missing again. As does Luke. And so yeah, Airfryer Burger have really gotten their act together in the latter half of this map. Definitely on pace to take the breakpoint now. Few misses on that last pattern, but still, yeah. Taking that one back very quickly. And now they will be tying up the match once again, 3-3. The in-game chat is actually the best part of Osu tournaments. But yeah, I mean, Feeding Box have been picking these hard rocks, and then I mean, it was a very narrow margin both times, but they actually lost both of them. So at this rate, maybe Airfryer Burger goes for Hard Rock 1? Like, who knows? But it does appear the trend of their picks are to go for more control-heavy maps. So there is still one of those in hidden. Oh, and there it is. It's going to be Sakuzio Axion in the hidden pool. It actually just got picked in the other match as well, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, the match has been tied up once again, so pretty critical moment in the match for both teams. But yeah, definitely a map where you will not be able to get by if you are merely a fill player. You need to be very comfortable on the hidden, especially because of the AR is quite uncomfortably low for this kind of map. So definitely going to need to have your cursor very far behind the circles. But yeah, also there's some very... I don't know if I'd call it a dip spike, but there's a very challenging part near the end that has like these hexagon flow patterns that are incredibly easy to chain miss. But yeah, I was actually saying this could be a potential pick for a Feeding Box for a while, because I mean, I look at these 4 players and I think they're all very solid on hidden. I mean, actually, Luke probably a little less. He's more of a hard rock guy, but like the rest of his roster is like almost hidden preference players. But I think Airfryer Burger definitely have some very good hidden players of their own to contest. I think I'm specifically looking at like insert for this. Okay, Orcade missing right away at the intro. Yeah, I would describe this map as deceptively hard. It's like some of these patterns don't really look that hard, but once you actually have to play it in a match, it becomes just a whole different story. And apparently Rico will and Neuro really feeling that right now, as does Lyramin with a chain miss. So now it's going to be 1FC to 2. Majiro McQueen, the ring leader for Airfryer Burger. Oh, another break from Neuro. But traded by Taitako Helios. That's going to be really good for Airfryer Burger. That one is only the 1FC for aDPure, and not even that. So now Majiro McQueen can take control of the lobby. But really hard pattern right here. Orke full missing it. Wait, like completely missing it, but his team has got his back. Inter still FCing, Arigato hitting the hard part. Wow, that accuracy is actually really nice from Insert. I mean, granted it is OD8, but still. Pretty happy about that one by the looks of it. Yeah, I mean, it was looking decent for Feeding Box, but then just a few chain misses out of the FCs from aDPure and Luke. And that's all it took. And Insert was there to capitalize. I mean, yeah, Insert's been kind of on the rise lately, especially on this sort of skill set. He's like become one of the best players in the range. So I guess you just saw why. But yeah, granted that was Airfryer Burger's pick, so Feeding Bugs do have a pick of their own to try to tie this one up once again. I mean, there's only two kinds of maps left in the pool now, because all the control and tech has been picked already. We only have aim and mechanics, and what they're going to go for is actually a mix of both. It's going to be some visual novel music. But yeah, this map presents kind of a mixture of DT skills, because you need some aim, you need a little bit of burst speed, and you also need to be able to read the high AR 10.3. So yeah, it will be the mechanics players who probably decide the outcome of the rest of this match. Because, I mean, also the tiebreaker even is on the more generic side. But yeah, we're actually seeing the debut of two of Feeding Box's players. It's actually going to be Osage-chan and... Well, I'm not sure if Apteka is going to come back, but... Yeah, I know Osage-chan. This is like exactly the kind of map he's good at. Just like DT fundamentals, high AR, all of that jazz. But Feeding Box have kind of got to like finish their roster. Like, where are they at? Also, I know Learman is not really, Learman and Luke aren't really IR enjoyers, but I guess they have the good enough mechanics to maybe try to brute force their way through it. Okay, like they gotta like finish the roster. Okay, Omega Origins will be in. So Airfryer Burger in recent picks, taking back the lead. Feeding Box is going to try to answer back with the CT1. not off to a good start with the double miss between Apteka and Osage-Chen, but could be a tactical miss just to get the nerves off with that. Not FCing anymore, no more stakes. And a break for Reed Horimiya is definitely going to be bringing it back in Feeding Box's favor. But Daitako Helio is breaking as well as Osage-chan, as well as Omega Origins. And now they are actually a little bit defenseless because they don't even have any FCs. Apteka missed at the very beginning. Arigato breaking will make things a little better for them, but it seems like Feeding Box may have counterpicked themselves a little because they're kind of struggling on this. Meanwhile, Soft Kitten and Redzi completely unfazed. Soft Kitten especially with pretty solid accuracy. And yeah, Apteka missing might kind of put the nails in the coffin on this one. Well, it is a little too early to speak because it is only 1/3 of the way through the map, but the state of the game is already quite bad for Feeding Box. So they will need some misses out of Airfryer Burger pronto. Okay, Redzi looks very shaky right there. The Ultra dropping a lot of 100s, but still keeping the FC alive, and that's what's important. Oh, that jump to the corner is actually kind of hard, and it will be Reed Horimiya and Apteka both getting caught off guard, but at this point, not sure how much it matters, because there's still 2 FCs on Airfryer Burger and nothing to match on Feeding Box. I mean, that being said, Omega Origins with a pretty decent recovery combo as well as Osage-chan, but it just simply won't be enough at this stage of the map, it seems. So yeah, Airfryer Burger, barring anyone literally disconnecting. Okay, Redzi breaks, but they will be able to take this point very handily. And you do have to wonder a little bit why Feeding Box picked this if this is how the scores are looking, but sometimes you can just get some unlucky runs. It happens. So yeah, Omega Origins doing what he can with a pretty good combo towards the ending, but not much they can do up against the very solid performance out of Airfryer Burger. And considering that Airfryer Burger won that by so much, methinks they'll probably pick DT2. Just try to pick like the most similar map in the pool. I mean, that map is more based in stamina and a lot lower BPM and AR. But still, it has a lot of the mechanics. But if they want to pick mechanics, Nomad 2 could also be a good angle. Or you could go for those aim maps that are... I mean, the pure aim maps are basically completely untouched in this match. So, not seeming either team want to deal with it too much. Until now, it will be a hidden 1 pick out of Airfryer Burger. Gonna absolutely switch things up. Yeah, quite a banger if I do say so myself. But when it comes to the map, it's going to be pretty typical sort of map for a hidden 1. Just dense aim, combination of high BPM and a slightly low approach rate. And very patterned aim. It's just very satisfying to look at and play. So yeah, it's all mapped in. The whole map is 1/3 jump, so the actual BPM is 226. Yeah, on the side of Airfryer Burger, actually, we are going to see Soft getting in. I did not really take them for a hidden player. Thought they were more mechanics-y, but I suppose this is mechanics of some sort. Meanwhile, on Feeding Box, basically going to have the core hidden roster in again, no surprises. But yeah, Feeding Box under plenty of pressure now because Airfryer Burger threatening the match point right here. But I think this pick I can definitely see going either way. So I don't think it's over by any means for Feeding Box, but definitely have got an uphill battle if they are to win the entire match. Alright, this map starts off hard. There's that pattern like right off the bat, and Arigato the only one to mess it up actually. So initial lead will shortly go over to Feeding Box. But definitely prepare to see a lot of patterns like that. And Arigato like chain missing. Okay. That is the thing that can happen on this map because of how low the OD is. And add appear the next victim. So it will be 3 FCs apiece. And Neuro also gonna follow it up. Yeah, on this map, if you miss once, you're actually gonna miss 5 times. Like that is just how it works. But so far, most of the lobby doing fine. Soft Kitten finding a lot of breaks, but so does Luke. But that'll give a big combo lead over to Feeding Box. 1 FC advantage over Airfryer Burger. But that being said, we have been here before in the other hidden map, and Insert was able to bring it all the way back. So Feeding Box got to stay vigilant, but they have accumulated the 200k score lead. Yeah, I mean, the whole lobby recovering pretty well. But if all things stay equal, then Feeding Box is going to keep running away with this. Just able to perform a little bit better in the first hard part of the map. Neuro breaking again is not going to help Airfryer Burger. But, okay, Learman goes down. Like, already look at that score lead. It's a 500k in favor of Feeding Box. With Insert breaking, that'll be just the final nails in the coffin. So yeah, another mispick from these teams, it seems, as Feeding Box poised to get like probably above like 3 mil. Very solid team score. And Rico L may be able to FC. There is a pretty hard pattern at the end of the map, but absolutely no problem for him. And he closes out the FC, and that is a 1 mil score lead for Feeding Box. So striking back in a very decisive fashion. And now with a little bit of momentum going into their next pick, we'll see if they can push this one to a tiebreaker. Oh my god, I cannot with this in-game chat. But yeah, Feeding Box with one more pick. Let's see if they have an ace up their sleeve. I mean, let's look at what they've been picking. They picked kind of hard rock and mechanics, and it looks like, okay, they're gonna go for that hard rock one more time. But do keep in mind that Airfryer Burger actually won the other two hard rocks. But Feeding Box gonna try their luck one more time. I mean, they did just win A map, so I can see it. I can see it. Alright, well, what this map presents, it's mostly a low BPM A map, but it plays pretty awkwardly, and there are some space triples that are actually kind of demonic. So you need to have very mature aim skill to play this, if that makes any sense. Does seem Orke is not too happy to be playing this. I mean, I think Omega Origin said he also didn't like the map in Maple Feedback, so he's not alone, I guess. But yeah. One thing's for sure, good song. I think Felt is a pretty well-respected artist in the OC community. Always got to enjoy your Toho in your pools. Oh, Arigato! Breaking on the solo intro. Okay. Bit of a gift to Feeding Bot. Okay, Redzi as well. That has to be the worst possible start for Airfryer Burger. But it won't matter too much as we get into the map proper. Oh, Redzi with another break, seemingly not too confident on this so far. But his team has got his back a little. 2 FCs from Neuro and Orke. That being said, Feeding Box finding no blunders so far. Still got all 4 FCs intact. So the longer this continues, the better it'll look. Felix Sosa gonna find the first break on feeding box though, but there is a pretty big jump spacing part right here. Expect to see a lot of breaks. One out of Luke, one out of Arigato. So this has evened up the FCs and Omega Origins. Finds the breaks on the triples. Oh, and out of here missing. Wait, this is getting so much worse for feeding box in this section. And meanwhile, Neuro and Orke, no errors to be found. Still both holding BFCs. See, especially getting into this easier part, like Airfryer Burger has just such an opportunity here to put this completely out of reach if Neuro and Orke can continue to FC. Orke does find the miss, but traded by Felix Sosa, and like, there's really no opportunity for feeding box until Neuro finds the break. So they just need to pray for that to happen sooner rather than later. With Adamir breaking as well, and Omega Origins, it's all up to Luke. Wait, but Neuro does find the break. Wait, is there a chance in hell? Do you believe? Because there are really no combos in the lobby except for him. So he has his chance to be the hero, but I've seen this story a few too many times, and usually it doesn't end well. Oh, and the chain misses for Arigato. It actually brings it so much closer. Oh my god. And he only needs to do a little more, but he has to hit this, probably the hardest jump part of the map right now. Needs the... He's stone cold with it. Wait. He can do it. I mean, he's got to hold on to the nerves because he knows. He saw the score starting to break and the combos. But he might be able to do it. He's almost there. Oh, but he breaks right there. Adamir has a tiny bit of combo. Like, can he just inch it a little bit closer to feeding box and it'll be enough. 10k score lead. Not even that. Oh my god. No way. The live stream. We're playing tiebreaker. What? Oh my god. Okay. That could not have been closer. But yeah, it is tiebreaker time. It's going to be Dr. Winkelstein says a proper banger. But yeah, I mean, it's just an extremely well-rounded map. You need to have basically every skill in the book when it comes to no mod for this, because it has quite a bit of aim. It has a few rhythm changes that happen occasionally throughout the map, and there's also a little bit of tapping requirement at the end. There's some longer streams in full aim, and to top it all off, the AR is gonna make this actually a little dense at AR 9.3. Yeah, actually, fun fact, I know that Insert has played this very tiebreaker in the tournament before, which is kind of rare. I think he played it in Bang and Osu Beatdown, and he actually did carry the map, from what I remember. So, it is time to see if he can do it again. Wait, they're not see. Wait, it's not showing the full in-game chat. What Insert said is, I would go hidden, but people who go hidden on tiebreaker should be bombed. I don't know if I agree with that. I kind of agree with that. But that being said, I think Rico L might go hidden. Not gonna lie. I mean, he is a hidden preference player. But yeah, we're gonna see the core roster for Feeding Box. Meanwhile, on Airfryer Burger, definitely having kind of the carry Insert, but also seeing Feathertop and Soft Kitten, who haven't played like a lot of the maps in this match, so it will be their time to shine now, perhaps. Yeah, it is. Okay, I was about to say it's smooth sailing for every team so far, but aRD is going to be the first blood here. But this is a pretty lengthy one, even for tiebreaker standards. 6.5 minutes of some Osu gameplay. So, not the end of the world by any means. Yeah, at the beginning of the map is relatively chill, but I think once you get to, it's like around, oh, aRD kind of struggling a little bit, but rest of his team still left seeing, so things still somewhat in control for them, but, oh, and it's actually not Rico taking it, it's actually Liraman. I didn't even notice that. I mean, that tiny score multiplier will help it keep in striking distance for Feeding Box just a little bit. But yeah, the map starts getting spicy, like, pretty soon. It's, like, not the most consistent tiebreaker, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna start getting into one of the harder parts right about now. And yeah, every single player is holding on to their nerve so far. But Feathertop is going to be the first break out of Airfryer Burger, but it's traded by Recoil right away. So it's going to keep things in equilibrium. In fact, going slightly towards Airfryer Burger. And Leo missing breaking as well. And things are getting kind of worse by the moment for Feeding Box, but this is probably like one of the hardest parts in the map coming up right here. The space triples could be an opportunity to see a lot of breaks from a lot of players. Sopkin and Reed Hormia go down, but so do Lucan aRD. So now it's just Insert. And if you're on Feeding Box, you better pray that he misses soon. But I don't know, man. He's kind of carried a lot of points in this match so far, and he may be looking to do the same once again. That being said, the supporting combo is a little better for Feeding Box. Recoil and Weirman did hit that more challenging part, but nothing's gonna matter until Insert breaks. Some slider jump part. And no problem for him. Just one more stream and then it gets into a bit of an easier part in the map. Oh my god, he is really doing it to them. He is really doing it to them. 99.5 accuracy to boot as well. But I think you would be surprised if you're nervous at this part. You can totally miss here. Like I actually did that in a match once. But yeah, everyone holding pretty decently recently. Most combos above 500 except for Luke. So yeah, I mean, this part will let Airfryer Burger capitalizing on their combo lead for a little bit. But I think the map does start up again relatively soon. Everyone not finding any silly misses here, and that's all gonna be benefiting Airfryer Burger. Obviously with the star insert, still FCing, but only 200k down. Honestly, if he breaks, it is within striking distance because Feeding Box have a pretty decent amount of combo as well. It's really possible to chain miss on the streams at the end. Alright, and you can hear the tempo picking up, and we will be back right now. But with the way the scores are looking, they kind of need to see a meltdown from Airfryer Burger, and just like a break from insert just as soon as possible if Feeding Box want any way back into this. But if he's just FCing, there's kind of not much they can do about that. Alright, but it will be some streams here, but it's already a 300k lead for Airfryer Burger. Like, oh wait, he does break the FC, but like, they needed more. Like, they absolutely need more. They needed those breaks out of Fedotov and Softkitten, but Reedhor Mia still got it. And I mean, they also found a lot of breaks on Feeding Box's side too. So yeah, I think it'll be just about wrapped up actually. You can see it just like really, really slowly going towards Feeding Box, especially with Reedhor Mia missing, but unfortunately it was all too little, all too late. And it will be Airfryer Burger taking this match. Yeah, I mean, just insert with the almost 800k. What can you do, man? What can you do? I mean, everyone held pretty decently at the end, but yep, it will be GG, well played. So yeah, we will get Airfryer Burger their well-deserved win screen here. Congratulations to them. Of course, it's easy to point out the big performance from Insert, but couldn't do it without the team as well. And it was a winner's bracket match, so we will be seeing more Feeding Box in the loser's bracket. And I have a feeling they can do pretty well. So, yep, good game. And I'll see you all on the main MP Tournaments Twitch page, because there are still some matches going on there, so I will go commentate those now. So yeah, see you then.